Okay, I'm already going, so go ahead.
All right. Something that's really cool is that flock number 25 is already on the Google Drive for you, and flock number
Hell yeah.
26 will be there in about 15 seconds.
Hell yeah. Very nice. Much
That's why I hadn't
appreciated.
started recording yet because I'm using my internet for the drive. I figured I'd take a second.
Yeah, fair enough.
Watch, I start recording and it's like,
What do you think you're doing there? No, no, no.
Is that
Who do you think you are?
Mandark? And 26 is up.
Nice.
All right. Okay, well, I guess I'll just start recording now.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my chair so that'll make a noise, I'm sure. A nouse.
A nouse.
Nouse. Welcome back to We Are Playing Flock, and we're trying to 100% our flock. And also, this is coming to you live from Mary, who hasn't showered since the last episode, and also doesn't have any ice in her water, like some kind of peasant. And I've been drinking ice water for a very, 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 very long time, many years, and I can't right now because my fridge hasn't made the ice yet. Oh! So we had to
Okay,
get a new
so
fridge.
intro B.
Yeah, yep. So we had to get a new fridge.
Okay.
We have our new fridge. It's great. It's great. However, you gotta run 2 gallons through the filter that's in the fridge because there is a water spout in the fridge. Like, instead of it being in the door, it's actually inside of the fridge, like in the wall of it, which is very handy and more energy efficient, I've learned, because when you have the exterior ice water, you've only got like a little rubber seal that's keeping basically your freezer the temperature that it is, and so you lose more energy, or you use more energy trying to cool it. Anyway,
I was unaware of that. I've never had a fridge that, that I've owned that does that anyway.
Oh, I was like, yes, you did. We grew up with one.
Yes,
eventually
but,
we grew up with
it's,
one.
how long ago was
the last
that?
part of growing up, we got it.
And that was still on the outside. Didn't you just say that it was less energy efficient to have the... I mean, that just makes sense. Ice box need to stay cold, need a seal, and you're literally cutting a hole in it and having to put another seal around it to then have a place for water to come out. I have never had one. I've been in places where that is. I've never had the internal fridge water dispenser, although I know that is a thing. I would like.
So that's what I have, and then my freezer is a drawer on the bottom now, whereas before it was a top bottom. Top was the freezer, fridge was on bottom.
Sure.
And that thing is older than I am. It's older than Wade is.
Oh my.
It's still a good guy, and it's great, and it's never needed repairs or anything. It's wonderful, but it is going to be retired into a fridge that my in-laws will be having.
Okay.
They would like to keep it because it is perfect.
Sure.
And it's great. So anyway, new fridge happened, right? So we have our new fridge. It's great. You gotta run 2 gallons through the filter for the water spout.
Yep.
Did it. Done.
Yep.
You gotta throw out your first 24 hours of ice.
Yeah.
And
so you have no ice
when
yet?
we moved our previous fridge into the garage to be ready to be picked up, which I feel like is happening today. I don't know. So this morning was 24 hours of ice. I dumped it. I dumped it, right?
Yep.
So today I had about 6 ice cubes that I was able to put in my water. And I have truly been drinking just the frostiest ice water all day long forever. I have a huge water cup that's like 50 ounces or 30. It's big. I don't know.
Sure,
I found it. It's like a weapon. People are like, that is hammer sized.
Uh-huh.
I just got the rare achievement of becoming an expert in bird bots.
Ah!
Boom!
How close am I?
So.
Almost 3/4 of the way there, but not quite. God, I still can't find a stupid bird bot that tricks. Anyway, so ice water, you're talking about that.
I love a good ice water. I'm a hydrated lady.
Sure.
And I don't like, if I have room temperature water, it's because I'm about to slam like 10 ounces because I feel like I'm dehydrated. So it's just so I can get it down quickly without like making my mouth really cold, like my throat. So ice water is my go-to, right? Here's the thing: when we unplugged the fridge yesterday, when we were getting ready to do our swapsy with the new one, my dear, sweet, beautiful husband took the full ice a dispenser bucket thing, right, from the previous
the old
fridge.
one, yeah.
Yeah, that was full. And it was
Yeah.
fine. It was fine. Totally safe, good grade ice, whatever. Could have kept it.
Mm-hmm.
He dumped it all in the sink.
I mean, if not for the fact that you clearly need so much ice, I can see why that would be an issue. But you know,
He had the thought as all the ice hit the sink at one time.
oh, you can take it off the top.
went,
It's all fine. I mean,
"Oh."
how dirty is your sink? Do you not clean your sink?
He was running water on all of it too, so it just became a
So
big-
you just want
it-
one
it's
ice
fine.
cube? No, I like that better. You just have one
Yeah.
solid ice cube.
Yeah.
Go chunk it off. You break
Yeah.
out your ice pick so that you could go, all right, I gotta fill my cup.
So I'm drinking slightly cool water because the water that dispenses from the fridge is fine. Like, it's cool, it's chilled. But it's not what I want.
See, okay.
And Wade was like, he was like, "Oh my god, do you want me to go get a bag of ice from the store?" And I was like, "You're a very nice man. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine."
I also only
Just-
drink water, and here's where we solve for that. I have about 12 water bottles. 10 of them, I think, are in rotation, or 8 or 9 are in rotation currently, and I just fill them all with the filtered water from the tap because I put, instead of having it in the water pitcher, instead of going from a pitcher, we got the tap attachment one, so it filters it straight out the sink.
Oh, yes.
But it's not cold, so I fill all my water bottles. Then I put them all in the fridge, and I just take up one full drawer of the fridge, like one full drawer.
Oh.
Not ideal for storage. There are things that could definitely go there instead, but I have to have cold water. I mean, I prefer to have cold water, and I drink enough of it that it makes sense to have it in large quantities like that. Like, I don't drain it every day, but it's several hundred ounces, and
have
that's
your
about
rotation going.
2 days. Yeah, and then I gotta clean them,
Yeah.
clean the water bottles and stuff, so I need to have some on hand. Yeah, there's some.
Yep.
It's a lot of water. But I would like to
I-
not have that
I
be the
get it.
case. It would be cool if I had a different way to do that. At one point, I looked up into getting like a mini fridge for that specifically. As it turns out, they're super energy inefficient. Do not get a mini fridge. Holy crap. They're really bad.
Yeah.
They do a really poor job. I watched a whole video on this with somebody who actually knows the science and then explained it to a dum-dum like me. And can explain why it's so
will
poor
you
at
send
what
me
it
that
does.
video?
Absolutely.
That sounds awesome. Because our Father. Why
Yep.
does it sound like I'm about to pray?
Well,
Art in
because of how
heaven.
it starts.
Yeah. Our Papa.
Yeah.
He kingdom come, he can be done. He has a mini fridge in the house. So
Of course he does.
I would be interested to.
Well, but he had it on
yeah,
his
he actually
porch
got
and
it
he
from
put
an
those
old
things in there and
workplace
like
of ours.
they actually it's just the space. Like for the space stuff, yeah, if you don't have the way to do it, as it turns out, far more energy efficient to have a big one. If you can afford it and you have the space for it, just having a second fridge, if you do genuinely need, obviously don't just buy it because you want it with whatever. And that's kind of the problem is that people go, ooh, I do want, I 100% was going to buy an Xbox-shaped mini fridge to match my Xbox fridge. The like,
Hell yeah.
they make that. They do make it. But the
I know, I want
technology
it.
they put in it is absolute dog shit. It is not good at all.
Of course it is.
It is far better to just buy a full-size mini fridge. Now, that being said, it's actually, you can get, and now our father might be smart about this. Okay, so you go shopping for a mini fridge. The like single drink fridges? That's what I'm talking about. There's a certain term for it. I forget. It might be condenser. I don't remember the technology off the top of my head. I just remember like those little single ones are absolute dog shit. They will do worse and perform
That
worse
makes
and
sense.
use more energy and use it poorer than a mini fridge that's actually made. The ones that come with the freezer that are more like full size, like, you go shopping and you're walking down the aisle with the mini fridges and they're like, this one's for the college dorm and you can actually like store food in there and things like that.
Yeah.
Those ones do better. But the little mini ones
makes
are
sense. Okay.
extremely inefficient. And like the technology uses way too much electricity and they don't maintain a food safe temperature. You literally cannot, like Bonnie has one at her job so that she can store her lunch on her own and not have to like use the community fridge if there is one or whatever the situation is. And it was like, hey, put a drink in there. That's fine. Do not put food in there. That does not get cold
Yeah.
enough to keep your food safe. And I was unaware of that because you just think, oh, it's a mini fridge. It gets cold. It's fine. You don't think about what
right, you would
temperature
think.
it needs to get to and how long it
Huh.
needs to be able to maintain that and how much it lets out when the door opens and the seal. It's a whole thing. I'm going to send you that video for sure. It's
Interesting.
very
Yes.
much an interesting watch. Well worth it. I learned a lot
Yeah,
from that Technology
I am
Connections
invested.
channel. Very cool.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Why, thank you.
I have a memory. I have a thing to share.
Oh, okay. All right,
Do
begin.
you?
Please, memory.
Okay. So the, like, mental health important and everything, right? My significant
Oh,
other
yes.
is in therapy, and one of the things
Okay.
that this therapist has suggested is affirmations, right? And you would
Yes.
write an
I love a good
affirmation
affirmation.
in a place that you're going to see it, and so it makes sense. Take a
Okay.
dry erase marker and write it on the mirror in your bathroom. Do you know where
Yes.
I'm going with this already?
No, but
Okay.
oh.
Let's follow along here. My immediate thought was that makes sense. That's great. Let me tell you from my history, don't leave that on there too long. Change it up, write a new one, wipe it. Yeah, I think I know. You know where I'm going now with this. Let's tell this story.
That's where I went, oh, I realized right at the end of thinking I didn't realize.
So I moved into an apartment with a friend at the time, a coworker, and we were doing that, and we threw parties, and people came over. It was a whole thing. This was many years ago when I was 18 or so, and I had my own
yeah.
bathroom. It was a
It was
two-bedroom,
it was a
two-bathroom
really
apartment.
long bathroom, actually.
What now?
I was a decent sized, like, long bathroom.
Yeah,
too.
it was nice. I didn't have the master, but that was okay, and I accepted that as what it was, and I had but I had a decently long bathroom. Yeah, it took a good sized mirror, and so we throw
Right.
our first gathering party with people, and Mary comes.
I don't think it was a party. I think it was me visiting. But regardless, I was in your apartment.
You were definitely there. I thought it happened at a party, but apparently you had access to a dry erase marker. And what did you
Well,
draw on my bathroom mirror?
Sir Walter P. Knudsen. Duh.
And do you want to describe Sir Walter P. Knudsen? I don't think I have a photo of this.
So for anyone who's ever seen Superbad, there's some drawings to Jonah Hill's character.
Oh, it's from something. I
That
didn't
are
know it was
art.
a reference.
No, it's not that. It's similar. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
It wasn't
I've never
from
seen-
that. It's just that's a good way to describe it. So in Superbad, Jonah Hill's character is obsessed with drawing dick and balls.
Yeah.
And the credits roll, and it is all the art that he's like done, and it's fantastic. There's armies, there's tanks, it's so fucking funny. So I did the same thing. I drew a beautiful dick and balls that had I believe a monocle, a top hat. He may have been wearing a suit. He had a cane.
It was definitely the monocle
was
at the top. It was
stunning.
like Mr. Peanut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had the monocle at the top
Sir
hat. I don't remember
Walter
if there was a
Peanutson.
mustache. But yeah, so that was there,
He
and that was
probably had a
funny.
curly mustache. It was great.
Yes. And so then I left it because I didn't want to erase it. And then I lived
'cause
there
it's funny.
for a year and a half. And, as it turns out, getting ready to move out, my roommate was like, hey, let's make sure we keep our deposit, obviously. Don't leave that on the mirror. And I went, oh, I had gotten to the point after a year and a half where I did not see it anymore. It was completely invisible to me. I was doing all the cleaning and stuff, and I'd forgotten it entirely. As it fucking turns out, do you know what's almost goddamn impossible to get off of a fucking mirror after a year and a half?
I couldn't even guess. I don't know. I got
Dry
no
goddamn erase marker. It would not come off, Mary. I was really afraid. I was Googling solutions and running. This was the last day. We were turning over our keys, and I was trying to get everything cleaned and done and moved out. Like, everything was happening, and I was desperately trying to get this fucking penis off of my goddamn mirror.
It was art, and it was structurally important.
I had to
It was
run to the
load-bearing.
store to buy products because I had moved everything to buy products to try to clean that off. And it did wind up coming off, but it was not easy. It was not a magic, like even all the best homemade solutions or go buy this alcohol based or whatever it was, because it had been on there for so long, it was like baked into the mirror. It did not want to come off no matter what. It was
Well,
still
yeah, it probably
quite a
got
scrubbing.
steam sealed on there
Yeah,
from each shower.
I mean, that's,
It was heat treated.
I
Do
really
you have a
locked
picture
it
of it?
in.
Because I don't know if I do anymore.
I don't know. I'll have to look. but I don't.
I'll see if I have one on my end, because God, what a beautiful moment.
It definitely. If I don't think I once
My
took
humor
a selfie of
transcends
myself
mirrors.
In that mirror, so I don't know if I would have a picture of it at any point. But it would have, if I had taken any picture in my bathroom, it would have been visible, I'm sure. I'll have to look and see. Oh my God. So anyway, that was
I thought about something.
Yeah.
Sorry, so now I remembered a different bathroom experience at one of your apartments.
Oh no.
Do you remember your Georgia apartment?
Yes. Which one?
Okay.
Don't go to details, but give me other things you can say about.
The last one.
Okay.
The last one that you had.
Okay.
The one that
I thought you were going to tell the
over
story
to.
real quick
I've
where
actually-
you came over to visit when I had a solo apartment for a brief period of time, and you brought the youngest sibling, and we were being goofy and being siblings, and then I got yelled at by a stranger because as you
Yeah,
two
because
went
we were
to
spitting
leave,
water at each other in a parking lot at
You were
probably
just-
like 11 o'clock.
you were spitting on my porch. And then I chased
And then you came out and you spit water all over my windshield.
I just
and
spat on
they
your
were
car.
Just, like,
It wasn't
genuinely
water.
concerned.
Yes. It was two younger, smaller, and I'm a big, hulking, 6 foot tall, probably 300-pound guy at that point who's chasing and giggling and chase you out to your car and is swearing at you because you were spitting on my porch. And then I spit on your car as you're trying to drive away and like freak out, going, go, 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 he's coming, he's coming. And one of my neighbors was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you need to either go away and leave them alone or I'm calling the cops. And I was just like, but it wasn't. We're just having fun. They're fine.
You're like, that's just my family.
But how do I explain that? I just went, yeah, okay. Because how am I going to stop and go, no, you don't understand. These are my siblings. This is how we react. It's okay. We're spitting in happy, not spitting in anger. I never
there's
spit
no.
on anything.
This is not assault. This is fun.
Yes, the fact that they're
No one here will
freaking
be
out
pressing
and
charges. We're giggling.
they're trying to get inside their car like I'm an axe murderer as quickly as possible because we're family and it's fine.
Because we didn't want to get spit on.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, please continue.
So
The apartment that I had right before leaving the country, leaving the state.
The country.
Leaving the country. That's not what happened
Oh my goodness.
yet.
So that apartment.
Yeah.
There are two scenarios that I have now remembered.
Oh, God.
At this moment. So one, I set up with Bonnie that I was going to come over for the weekend. And I believe, I don't think I told you no, but I think I told you that I was coming over on Saturday instead of Friday.
I had no
after
idea
work.
you were coming over at that point in time. I remember that much. It was a surprise.
So, I mean, I am a surprise. Like, I'm just a treat. So, as you might have guessed, I went over on Friday. And I sat in traffic for such a long time because that shit sucked.
Yeah.
So, I get there, and I let Bonnie know my, like, ETA, right? But she's playing, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Who's Mary? What?
Yeah, I mean, there was
So-
zero mention of it. I had absolutely no
Exactly.
clue. Hey, achievement for the Burbots. Still can't find that one. But
Nice!
I'm going to move on to something
Well
else because
done.
it's getting boring. Go ahead. Continue, please.
Pew, 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 pew.
Baffins.
So, I mean, there I am, just a silly lady, and I had a whole, like, hour car ride, probably plus some, because a little bit of traffic.
Uh-huh.
So I get there, and I'm just like, I put my ear to the door, and I'm like, oh, I can hear that Michael's inside. He's listening to music on his television. He's, like, streaming it there. And I was like, neat. What an idea. And since I had been there before, I was already connected to the Wi-Fi. So I pull up YouTube, and I'm like, oh my God, I can cast to Michael's TV. It's called something that, clearly was your TV.
Yep. Yeah, I don't
And
remember
so
what
I
I named
pull
it,
up
but
just-
yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, it was probably like Michael is cool 1 2 3 4.
It's definitely how I name
just
my
your standard
electronics.
television name.
Sure.
Mine is named Pee Pee Poo Poo.
I do fully believe that
legit.
that's actually true.
Yeah. Wade's TV, because they're mounted next to each other. His is I watch you sleep because I do watch him sleep. I think he's cute. And then mine is pee pee poo poo.
I named my watch
Because
watch
sometimes
me,
I
watch
cast
you.
YouTube to it, and for the longest time, because we have the exact same TV,
Sure.
we didn't know what we were casting to, and he was playing like Dark Souls at the time, and I didn't want to fuck his shit up. So we may or may not have cast things to each other's TV.
Yes,
when
it
we
is
did not mean
important to have
at
properly
25.
recognized device names. I understand.
So
and
we
you
do
connected to
now.
my it was my sound bar is what it was.
Oh, I apologize. I connected to
No,
your
it's
sound
fine.
bar.
Well,
which
that's
suddenly
Bluetooth.
changed
Most
the music
TVs
you were
didn't
listening
have
to.
that at that point in time. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. I just got the Boffin Expert achievement.
Nice. I thought you already had... Oh, fuck, you did the buff. You're just ahead of me in every way. I literally
Burbots are
decided...
done.
Yeah, you already did Burbots before. I'm catching up, probably,
I
maybe
have
one day.
1, 2,
Go
3,
ahead.
4, 5 categories left. But I only have to catch one more bird, and I've caught everything.
Oh, wait, am I ahead of you there? I have
Caught
everything.
every single bird. Nice.
No,
I mean, I've
don't.
identified
I have
everything.
identified. Okay, never mind. Nope. You're still ahead. You're gonna finish this first. But please
I'm
continue.
working on
What
it.
did you play out of my sound bar when you connected to it from outside my apartment without announcing yourself? And I don't think I was listening to anything. But it
You
doesn't
had
like.
something playing. It sounded like it was just music, but you were probably
Okay.
just cleaning, like tuning
Yeah.
it out. I feel like you were folding laundry or something.
That makes sense.
So what I did was, I have to make a tiny little like side cut. I have to make a new branch in the TVA time stream of what we're talking about to say that as we grew up, we listened to really interesting things with one of the guys that our mom was with at the time. Right, not our dad. Sometimes parents break up. So
This went in a very different direction
awesome
from what I
dude.
was expecting.
Well, I have to provide the backstory of why this song meant so much. It's
Sure.
such a weird way. We listen to soundtracks all the time. We listen
we
to
also
theme
watched
songs all the
the
time when we
show.
would drive around.
Uh-huh.
We watched this show, yeah. So this person had a great influence on helping us become the nerdy, silly weirdos we are today, and I adore him. Whenever I see him, I say hello because he's a great fucking dude.
Sure.
Anyway,
sure.
one of the things that we listened to regularly and watched regularly was Different Strokes. And the theme song to Different Strokes is a great song, and it's we used to sing it on like car rides and stuff. And sometimes we would just make up our own lyrics to stuff. Like one of the examples was listening to the Indiana Jones theme song, and then we would write our own lyrics to it about what we were seeing outside. Like, there's the Huddle House over there. You know, just
I forgot we
being
did that.
creative, strange children.
Sure.
So Different
As we
Strokes.
do.
So what I did was I pulled up the Different Strokes theme song and I played it on Michael's TV inside of his house while he's trying to just have a nice fucking Friday. And instead, here I am, and I shove my face in the crack of his door and I just go. And you are so confused and startled.
I was very much like something's happening with my technology I do not understand, and then very muffled something was at the door, and it was like, what the fuck is happening with my life right now? That was very concerning, the surprise visit.
And then you opened the door and you were shook. You were visibly shook.
Well, it was like, what? I didn't even put two and two together at first either. That was very sneaky of you to connect to my... I don't remember if I went and set a password, but I should have to prevent you from doing that.
Well, see, because I was connected to your Wi-Fi already. I didn't have to do
Well,
anything.
but yeah, I don't think they were set up network-wise to just give anybody that on the network. I know how to do that now. Now I'm much more intelligent when it comes to network passwords and security, since I started putting servers on my network and connecting different network
That's
devices. Kind of had to learn a little bit of that. Don't have any unsecured Bluetooth. Make sure you put passwords and stuff on your things, and change it from the default password.
Whew, goodness. So anyway, I'm very funny, and I what a beautiful fond memory. Oh, I just had another recovered memory from that apartment too. All right, here's one.
It was
so
definitely the door.
I was
Just
getting
to be
ready to leave.
clear, The music playing is like, I've never picked that. Why would I listen to this? Why is it playing? I'm so confused. And I can't get it to stop because when someone else has cast to it, it doesn't override it automatically from what I'm doing, apparently. But that's just a weird technology thing. That's just like, well, this is weird. Why is it playing this song? I don't understand what's happening. But that doesn't, it's the someone with their mouth pressed up against the crack of my front door, whispering and mumbling into it, that was like, what the fuck is that?
That is also how we used to communicate with each other. If someone was in the bathroom, you shove your face in the door, and then that's how you can talk clearly to whoever's in the shower to go, get the fuck out of the bathroom!
God, we needed more bathrooms in that house.
We had more buttholes than toilets in that house. It was not good.
Second, I mean, that's probably common for anyone with a family size above, like, 3. Most houses don't have more than, like, a 2.5. I think that's the common layout, is a 2.5 bath.
2.5.
Even when there's
generally.
more bedrooms. You don't typically get more bathrooms, too. Hey, rustic.
Yeah.
Rustics are completed.
Nice! Well done.
Expert.
Well done.
Yeah, now I'm just trying to catch whatever
anyway,
since I realized I've been wasting time looking for this stupid Burbot, but please continue. You had another memory?
Sure. So it's probably like a Saturday, we were gonna go out and stuff, and I took the first shower shift of the day. And this is back when I had long hair. I remember
yes.
that. And I shed a lot when I have long hair. I mean, I shed a lot regardless, but I feel it's much more noticeable when it is my long hair.
Uh-huh.
And what I did was I took a shower and I combed out all my loose hair. And then I
in my
put this
bathroom.
on the wall, and it said "fuck you" in my hair on the wall. And I probably put a little heart in a hair too. And Michael has glasses, and so
What?
sometimes you don't notice the thing until you're right up on it, and then you see there was a time where Michael then took the second shower shift. And he's mid-shower.
What are
and
you
he has not
talking
noticed
about?
it, and then all of a sudden, you did a big laugh. Because you saw the fuck you in the hair. What? What are you confused by? The fact that you have to wear glasses?
I don't have to wear glasses. What are you talking about? I don't have glasses.
Your driver's license says you need corrective lenses. Don't lie.
Incorrect. You don't have my driver's license. My driver's license has never said that. It probably needs to, but it doesn't, and I've gotten by with that.
No. Back when you had the white car, you absolutely had a little stamp on the back that said corrective lenses.
No, incorrect. 100%. I have never I promise you, I had glasses because it was like, let's get you glasses. And Dad had insurance and he bought me glasses. And I went, okay, this helps with the fact that I can't really read signs and things like that at a great distance, the way apparently normal people can.
Oh, it's just because you can't read?
It's because I can't read at a distance. But, and the eye test is reading. So technically, they're probably, as my eyesight fails, as we get older, I will definitely need to do that at some point. But at this point in time, I have yet to fail a test, and I have never been required to have glasses. That had nothing to do with anything.
But,
I don't look at the walls of my shower when I go to take a shower. I'm not usually inspecting them, expecting to see fucking penises and words sprawled in
This was just
loose
a fucking...
hair. You did a penis at some point, but that may have been like a follow-up after that.
I regularly do that on my shower wall here at home. I leave it for Wade.
I've never...
And Ball,
okay.
And he do a giggle.
I'm glad.
I've taken pictures. I know that much.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
don't know where they are, but...
I believe that.
I think it's pretty silly, pretty good time. There's another story that popped into my head about this one, which is a pretty cool one. I gotta go find where this is. Did I already mark it on the map? I don't know. The other story is we would regularly binge eat when we were hanging out together. I would say not in an unhealthy way, except it was pizza and
what are you talking about? It was
Mexican
extremely unhealthy.
So
that wasn't called. Okay, to be clear,
that
was just called eating. That was just meals at that point.
Yes.
That was
exactly.
yes. I will
one
get
of
an
our
entire large
too
pizza
many
for
foods.
myself, and yes, I will eat it in one go. That was just a meal. That was like, oh yeah, we're eating out. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it was healthy.
My
Why am I still catching
crowning
the rustic?
America achievement was when I was in my probably like 14 puberty, can eat all the food in the world kind of stage of my life it was a large cheese stuffed crust from Pizza Hut.
Some
was
roast
one meal
beef,
for me.
a
I ate the
chicken,
whole
a
damn thing at
pizza.
once. Yep. God, it was good. I would do it now, and I'd be like 2 slices, and then I'd go, I am so full right now, my little tummy. Anyway, so we had gotten, I believe it was Papa John's, probably. Or actually, it might have been Pizza Hut. Whatever. There was a lot of Parmesan on the crust, as it should be, as is the delicious way. So there was a lot of loose Parmesan in the boxes. And then we walked out of the house, and you were getting ready. You were going to take your recycling as well. So you have your cardboard boxes in your hands. It's like, 3 pizza boxes still just in your hands, whatever. And then we walk out the door. I believe Bonnie was locking it because your hands were full and I don't have a key.
Sure.
I believe you and I were like shotgun at the same time. Or I just walked ahead and like got nearer the car and you were like, no. And then you ran. But when you ran, the way that your body worked is you
I was trying to run
right,
goofy.
and then you shifted the pizza boxes to the left and you shifted the pizza boxes to the right. And ladies and gentlemen, my giant refrigerator-sized brother, his movements were accented. Each step rained some Parmesan out one side into the other as though he was sprinkling Parmesan upon his run. As though that is what his secret move is. And I like to piss my fucking pants in the parking lot laughing at you.
To full stop because you were like, I am going to pee everywhere.
Yes!
I definitely remember it was something along the lines of we were calling shotgun, but clearly whoever actually made it to the car first. So if we were going to do that, I needed to run goofy. So I picked my knees up as high as I could. I think that helped like shake the pizza boxes because I'm sure I was knocking them with my knees as I was taking gigantic leaping steps back and forth.
It was hysterical.
I can
Like,
only
your
picture that with
special
like the back of me
move
moving
is
like
just-
that and Parmesan is spitting out around me.
Yeah, you were like a flower girl at a wedding, but with Parmesan, and it was just fantastic. It was so goddamn funny, and I can only hope that when I get a special power, it is accented by Parmesan cheese.
That's me. Accent.
I feel like our Italian grandfather was super proud that day.
But I'm just picturing my autobiography as Michael Ward accented with Parmesan cheese, and I'm definitely like there's Parmesan cheese sprinkling happening on the cover image.
You open up the book and Parmesan falls. It's actually a hollow book and there's cheese inside of it. It's sold in the dairy
now
section.
You're talking. All right, well that's gonna do it
If
for
you
this
were
week.
a cheese, what would you be?
Oh.
Comment down below.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me, and I
What
do
if
not have an
comments
answer
are no
to that.
longer below?
What? What do you think they're gonna change that in 6 months?
Probably. I don't know.
I
Maybe comments
don't-
will be up above.
That seems. Then you'd have to scroll past it to get. Unless you're saying they just revert. No, that would be crazy if they reverse engineered it to like. It's just not. There are social norms that are expected. That would not happen. Web pages work top to bottom. We read top to bottom. You don't start with a video at the bottom and then the text is up top. That seems like the kind of like, we're going to reinvent the wheel. Our name is Quibi and we're going to do that. And then 6 months later, you're like, we're out of money and we're dead.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Anyway, comment up above.
All right,
What kind of cheese you would be if you were a cheese.